For example, let's have a look at survey data from 376 students. I gathered the data by myself and I asked them, among other questions, about how satisfied they are with their grades so far in their studies, referred to as SAT grades, and whether, all in all, they like to be a student, denoted with SAT student. We will now consider that student as a dependent variable and that grades as an independent variable. That is, we will investigate whether and to what extent satisfaction with the situation as a student is influenced by satisfaction with grades. First of all, we build and estimate the simple model in which context doesn't matter, just the two variables, that student and that grades. And what we see is, yes, there is a positive effect of that grades on that students. But the model is that bad, it can only explain 5% of the variance of that student. Actually, this is second to nothing. So we could stop here and go home. But wait a minute. Maybe there is a relevant context we should consider before giving up, huh? How about the students' evaluation of their decision they once made to start a course of study named Decide? And this is a nominal variable, so there is no more or less in the answer, just different answers. The next step then is to add the total effect of this contextual variable, Decide. And indeed, this model rises the explained variance up to 19%. Oh my gosh. But we are not done here. We want to have a closer look on how Decide affects that student. There are two paths, the direct and the indirect effect of Decide on that student. And up to now, we just lumped them together as the total effect, but we can split up that total effect. And as we do so in this specific case, we see that half the explained variance is due to Decide directly. On the other hand, there is a significant between effect of that grades. That is, that grades is varying among Decide. And because of this variation, Decide affects indirectly that student via that grades. By the way, both effects between and within regarding the context Decide are positive. The higher the satisfaction with grades, the higher the satisfaction to be a student. Finally, there is one more question left that we should try to answer, and this question is whether the effect of that grades on that student is conditional on Decide. In other words, is the effect of that grades differing between the Decide contexts? It makes totally sense to ask that question because the detected positive within effect of that grades is forced to be the same under all conditions in the present model up to now. So the last step in modeling here is to allow the within effect to be different between the contexts, but at least it turns out that there is no such conditional effect. So the best model is the one which comes up with a positive within effect of SAT grades on SAT students, a positive indirect between effect of Decide via SAT grades on SAT students, and a direct between effect of Decide on that student. That's it.